Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is No Saint Left Behind, coming to you with another video. Don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. Just something that just hit my spirit. Ran across a little video. Want to go over it. Listen to what this Edomite have to say, which I don't know if he's really an Edomite. It just looked like one. It could be a confusion of face. I can't say right now. But the things he's saying, you ain't gonna have no Edomite really want to say the words he's saying. So we're gonna get into that video. I'm gonna read a couple of scriptures. Being busy lately, trying to create something for the brothers and for the brothers down in GMS Charlotte, trying to create a sign for the brothers aboard at least. And first I just want to start off with saying all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Requah, Quadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the Akims out there and Akwams, the sisters. Just pray everybody continue to stay strong, stays faithful to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, continue to rehearse these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. And remember though, we are saved by faith, not by works. But all tree bear fruit. And when the tree bear fruit, the fruit is the works of that tree. So we still must rehearse the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. All right, with that said, let's get to this video right quick. All right, and we're going to just go through this video, I'm going to stop here and there, and just some of the things he's saying is very accurate. And I'm just going to, when he says certain things, I'm going to stop and get a scripture and, basically, that's about it. Let's go through it.
Well, there's been 12,000 years of civilization. So 11,600 years, y'all.
And he's accurate about the 12,000 years. We in the last, I believe, we in the 12,000 years. The Most High said he was going to send his son back, in the 12,000, in the 12th day, which were the 12,000 years, which is the 12th day, which 12 just means completion. And so that lets you know that Yahweh Shai is about to return, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Because a day with the Most High Yahweh is like 1,000 years. And so it took him 6,000 years to create everything that exists. And he rested on the 7,000 year. And, and from there to here, we in the 12,000 year. So he is accurate on that.
Basically ruled the world. I think there was 500 years where they say the Vikings ruled the world way back then. Well, there's been 12,000 years of civilization. So 11,600 years, y'all basically ruled the world. I think there was 500 years where they say the Vikings ruled the world way back then.
Well, he's accurate about we ruled the world. We always ruled the world, even though you had different kingdoms in this world. The Israelites, which are the 12 tribes of Israel, which was that sign you seen, which consists of your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? The world was made for our sake. So even though you had different people ruling, this world was still ours. We just, from the beginning, when Adam fell, man, following that woman, Eve, we've been jacked up ever since. We always ruled the world. So matter of fact, let me see. Matter of fact, I got a scripture for that. Let's go to Sacred Ezra on that. Let's go to Sacred Ezra. We're going to go to Sacred Ezra just to show you that the world has always been ours. 6 and 54. Sacred Ezra 6:54. And it says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, Adam, which is our forefather, which was the first of us, was the father of all creatures, everything on the earth. Adam was the father. Of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen, which is, who is the chosen of the Most High? The 12 tribes of Israel. Matter of fact, let me show you who the chosen is. Let's go here. I think I know what's it at. Deuteronomy 76. Yeah, Deuteronomy 76. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And this what the Most High was telling us through Moses. Matter of fact, we're going to go to Deuteronomy 1:1 to see who Moses was writing. Moses wrote this, and to see who the Most High was speaking to through Moses. Deuteronomy 1:1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban and Hazeroth and Dizar, however you pronounce those words. But yeah, so this is after we came out of Egypt, and Moses spoke these words unto us from the Most High, Yahweh. So this is what the Most High said to us. It says, verse 6, Deuteronomy 76, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So let you know that the Most High Yahweh is a separatist. You know, and like they would say, he's a racist. He's a nationalist, put like that, because he only chose one nationality, one nation, and that was the Israelites, the Hebrews, the 12 tribes. The Bible said he have chosen us, and that we are the special people, that we're above all people upon the face of the earth. We are not equal with nobody. The world was made for our sake. We're not equal with nobody. We're better than everybody on the face of the earth, whether you want to believe it or not. What nations have a Michael Jordan, a LeBron James, a Kobe Bryant? You know? What nations have a Herschel Walker? You know what I'm saying? Just name your football players. You know, what nations have these people, man? What nations has a Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or Aretha Franklin? No nation have these things but who? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because you are the chosen people. We're not Africans. Show me a Whitney Houston in Africa. A Michael Jackson. A Kobe Bryant. A LeBron James. Hell, show me a Allen Iverson in any nation. We are those chosen people. That's us. Let's go back. So yeah, the world was made for our sake, man. This is our world. We just went off. Excuse me. Where was I at? 54? 2nd Ezra 6 and 54. And it says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen, which is your so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the descendants of those people, and the confusions of faces which are in the four corners of the world, not just in America. We all, not just in South and North America, but we're all spread around the world in all four corners. Verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. See that the world was made for us, the chosen people. It wasn't made for no Edomites, so-called white men. It wasn't made for the Africans, the Hamites. You know, it wasn't made for the Persians, you know, which are your Iranians and East Indians. You know, the world wasn't made for these people, man. Your Chinese and Japanese. your Japhetic people, which are your Filipinos and your Australians and your Hawaiians. No, this world was made for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's why Adam named everything on the face of the world. He was Lord of all the creatures. The Most High Yahweh made this world for us, man. That's why the words say once we in rulership, the people will rejoice when righteousness is in rulership. But right now, nobody's rejoicing because righteousness is not in rulership. The evil is in rulership, which is so-called white man. The border of wickedness, Esau. These Edomites out here, these Idumeans. Verse 56. As for the other people, which are the, hold on, matter of fact, let me see. Let me show you who these other people is. Let me show you who the other people is. Give me a second. One second, bear with me. Let me see if I can find this sign. Give me a second. I'm going to show you who these other nations are. Matter of fact, just let me put the right thing in first. Bear with me, my people. I don't know what I'm thinking. I had a brain freeze for a second. Satan trying not to get this out there, but we're going to get it out there. All right, y'all people, my people, y'all see this? This the other nations. As for the other nations, you know, if you can look at this, you'll see who the other nations is. You know, the white man, the Edom, which are the Edomites, you know. This is the table of nations. This is all the nations that are written in the Bible. This is all of them. And these are the nations that, as it says, as for the other people. See this? This are the other people. Let's get back to the script. All right, and it says, verse 56, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, all these other nations came out of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing. The Most High said that these people are nothing, man. These people are nothing. Only people that matters to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. These other nations doesn't mean nothing to the Most High Yahweh. I'm telling you. He just said that they are nothing. But be like unto spittle, which means like unto spit. You know, when you take a spit, you don't think about that spit no more. It's worthless. And that's what these people are, these other nations, man. Let's go back to that tribe chart. These people right here, man, these Ethiopians, these Japanese, Chinese, Arabs, Syrians, Assyria, India, Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africans, South Africans, Turkeys, Russians, Greeks, Germans, Spanish, you know, Cyprus. These people are nothing unto the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Only people that matter is those that's in that gold up top. Yasha'Allah, Israel. Verse 56 again, for the other people which also come out of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So he said all the other nations, he treat them equal. He likened unto them as a drop that fell out of a bucket. So that's saying if you carrying a bucket of water and a drop fall out, you're not worried about that drop. You're only worried about what's in that bucket, which is the nation of Israel. So he's saying these nations are worthless. Verse 57. And now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathens, which have ever been reputed as nothing, that means he always looked at them that way. He just made them for our servants. He made the world for our sake. And these other nations was just made to be our servants. Have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. That's what they're doing. They are lords over us right now. They're devouring us. We still in bondage. You know, like, man, we've been in so many different captivities. All those nations which I showed you, matter of fact, I showed you again. Every nation that's on this table of nations right here, which are all, these are in the Bible. These are all all these people had us in captivity. Every last one of them. You know, so they become lords over us, man. We on the bottom of the totem pole. You know, we're the last high, first fire. We don't have no businesses. We don't own nothing. And they devour us. They shoot us down in the streets, man. And nobody is held guilty. You know that they take our children, social service, for no reason. They lock the men up for child support for no reason, which is child support's against the law. That's not even a law. That's a local government thing. If you appeal it to the federal court, they'll dismiss it. But they won't let you appeal it to the federal court because it's not a law. Verse 58. But we, thou people, whom thou hadst called thy firstborn, which is Yashael, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, thou only begotten, and thou fervent lover, we are the fervent lover of the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. That means we his only lover, continuous lover. It will never change. Are given into their hands. We've been given into these heathens' hands, man. Now, Edomites have us now, which is the so-called white man. This is not our land. Our northern brothers, the northern kingdom, which are the Hispanics and Native Americans, came over here on their own after leaving the Assyrian captivity. You can find that in the Apocrypha. And so-called Negroes was brought over here on slave ships. Cargo ships. Cargo slave ships. The white man came over here and conquered, the Edomites came over here and conquered the so-called white man, our northern kingdom brothers, your Hispanics and Native Americans, and then brought us over here, you so-called Negroes, to serve slavery, to devour us, to be lords over us. Verse 59, if the world now be made for our sakes, see, the world was made for our sakes. So Ezra is asking the Most High, if the world be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? So Ezra was asking the Most High Yahweh, you said this world was made for our sakes. Well, why are we not ruling it? Why we don't have an inheritance? All the other nations are in power under the so-called Edomite, the white man. But everybody has their own land, their own culture. We don't have nothing. We don't even know who we are. They call us African Americans, Spics, Tomahawks, you know, and got us believing that we are these people. What are Indian? That's Indian just means, they call you a Native American Indian. That means a native to a land that you're a savage. You call you a savage, a native savage. All right, but this is all about the change. Yahweh Shai is on his way back. Him and Michael and the angels to deliver 1/3, 144,000 and 1/3 of Israel. But let me show you why we do not have an inheritance with the world. Why are they lords over us and devouring us? It's all because of this. Excuse me, slucking. It's all because of Deuteronomy 28 and 16. No, 15, my bad. Well, I'm going to show you something. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. This if we were to listen. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power would set thee on high above all nations of the earth. If we would have kept the law, statutes, commandments, like Yahweh asked us, we would have the inheritance. They wouldn't be lord over us or devouring us. We would still be in rulership. We would still be in rulership. The world was made for our sake, but we didn't do that. So this is what happened. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments in his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's why we're in the situation that we are in right now, because these curses have came upon us and overtaken us. I'm about to play this video again, but I'm always read this verse 48 while I'm here, because I was planning on going here. Matter of fact, no, I'm not. Let me play this video. We'll get back into it.
Way back then. So basically 11 out of the 12,000 years, black people or melanated people have ruled the world. This is why they keep your history from you. I agree with that. I don't think they want black folks to know how powerful their cultures are, how deep their spiritual beliefs were, but and I think they hold that back from you. But in saying that, if we're going to blame the white man today, he's just a new king. And he's only been the king for about a little over 400 years. So we've been under white domination for about 400 years. But who cares who sewed the first flag? Who cares who invented peanut butter? Who cares who the first black man was to pee in a white bathroom? That's shit to keep you down. That's shit to say, yeah, man, like we overcame this. You ain't overcame that because you used to be the power of this planet. You used to rule this planet. You could do it again. You're 90% of the fucking world population, and you're going to tell me 10% keep you down? It's because.
So you hear what he said? Matter of fact, let me play it again and let it play a little longer. My bad.
This planet, you could do it again. You're 90% of the fucking world population, and you're going to tell me 10% keep you down? It's because of mind control.
You hear that? He said that we was 90% of the population of the world, and that we are being kept down because of mind control, which he's right. But the Most High, Yahweh, is doing it, but he's using the Edomite, so-called white man, to do it. You know, so the white man is the cup and the staff for the wrath of Yahweh towards his people, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, he made a vessel for honor, which are you Israelites, so-called Hispanics, Native Americans, and Negroes, and a vessel for dishonor, which are these Edomites, so-called white men. But this is why that we are brainwashed. This is why. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee. So that's showing you that they couldn't accomplish, they couldn't do this on their own. They couldn't take us captive on their own. They couldn't do it. I mean, we are the strongest and the world's greatest people. They couldn't do it, so we already know it had to be divine intervention. But the Most High just told you, Yahweh just told you here that he did it. Verse 48 again. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee. So the Most High sent these devils against us, these Edomites, so-called white men. That's because of Deuteronomy 28:15. We didn't rehearse his law, statutes, commandments. So these are the curses that follow us. He said we're going to serve these devils, these enemies which he has sent against us, in hunger, in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. So anything you want, from food, water, clothing, a job, license, anything you want, you know, medicine, anything you want, you got to serve your enemy, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites. He's your enemy. The Bible said that we will be sold unto our enemies. Deuteronomy 28:68. They are not your friends. These are your enemies. You're sleeping with the devil, the deceiver, the so-called white man, the Edomites. These are your enemies. They're not your friends. They will always be your enemies. And in want of all things or anything. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And so that's why we're in the mindset, we created this, we did that, which to kind of make you feel good for a second, and you're still going to serve the enemy, the white man, because we have been destroyed mentally. He didn't take those chains off our necks until he destroyed us mentally. You know? And I'm going to show you something, man. If you just go here and if you go to YouTube, I'm not YouTube, Salakia, Google and type in, what is it? Let's see. Type in chains on neck and see what comes up. Hold on. Hell, I spelled that wrong. Salakia, my people. Well, guess you gotta go a little deeper than that. And put a little more in there. See? And you notice when I type that in, they don't have no pictures of no Edomites, so-called white people. Only reason they got the picture of this woman right here is that she's demonstrating something that happened. But they don't have no pictures of these so-called white people, these Edomites. You know, they just got pictures of us. And the reason why you niggas don't have these chains, this iron around your neck no more, the reason why you don't have this on your neck no more is because you're mentally destroyed. That's why you don't have this on your neck. So we're mentally destroyed. That's why we no longer have chains on our neck. That's why y'all still in love with the enemy, the devil, the so-called white man. All right, now let me go to Hosea, because he said that we are, 90% of the population? That's what he said. Who knows? We know we outnumber any other nation on the face of the earth. I won't say we're 90%, but we outnumber all nations on the earth. And I'm going to show you that right here with Hosea 4 and 6. And it says, no, not yet. I'm not going to show you that yet. I'm just going to show you that we are still destroyed mentally for a lack of knowledge, because we don't know who we are. Most people don't know who we are, and we trying to tell you who you are, but you don't want to accept it. You still want to be African Americans and Specs and Spanish people and Negroes and Christians and Muslims. Y'all want to be dumb stuff. Y'all don't want to be who you are, which are the so-called Hebrews. Not so-called, but which are the Hebrews, Israelites. Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Because y'all reject the knowledge that the brothers are bringing out, you know, not only myself, but the other brothers. You know, you got brothers in Great Millstone, and outside of Great Millstone that's bringing this truth, and y'all are rejecting it. So the Most High is going to reject you when this martial law go down, when this Jacob troubles hit, this famine, this race riot, this third world war. He's going to reject you. You're going to be subject to this. You're going to be destroyed in it. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. Because, you know, y'all still want to eat pork. You know, women still want to buy pants when they can buy dresses. You know, niggas still want to sleep with other men's women. And the women still want to cheat on their men. So it's a lot of things that we're not doing that we should be doing to the best of our ability, rehearsing these law, statutes, commandments. He says, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. You got to come back to these law, statutes, commandments, man. Because we're in the last days and it's about to go down. In order to be delivered from this, you're going to need your power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. He said, I will also forget thou children. So he's going to forget the children, which we are the children. We are the descendants of our forefathers, and we're walking in the same path and doing the same thing, most of us. But 1/3, 144,000 and 1/3 will wake up and be delivered. All right. Now let's go to Hosea 1:6, just to show you that we are nobody in the world. No other nation outnumber the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's why the Most High had to scatter us in all four corners. He couldn't keep us in one place, because one place can't contain us. He says, yet, Hosea 1:10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we in America, they always told us over here in America, in the north, the land of the north, that we wasn't nothing but Negroes, niggers, Hispanics, tomahawks, savages, afros. They never told us who we was. But it's been told to you today that you are the so-called, that you are, not the so-called, but you are the chosen people of Yahweh. You are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the descendants of us that scatter in the four corners. We are the people that can't be measured. We are the head population, the head nation on the face of the earth. We are the chosen people of the living power. And it's been told to you now. So wear with honor, come back to the law, statutes, commandments, and be obedient to the best of your ability. All right, let me go back to this video and finish it.
Control. It's not because of racism. They put racism in white people. They put fear in white people, y'all. You ain't figured that out yet. If any white person does hate you, it's probably because they fear you. Because they know that they're the minority. They know that they're the real minority outside of America. They know they're the real minority outside of Great Britain. And they're the real minority outside of Australia. 10% of the population and 90% sits back and tells how they've been oppressed. Wow. Just fucking wow.
Okay, I'm done with that video, and I'm gonna show you another video. That this is what happened. This is how our people fear the so-called Edom. See, this is an Edomite. I mean, this is a young lady. I don't know what she is, but it's an albino in this video, and the child never seen a so-called white person or an albino. This child never seen one, and it's gonna terrify this child. And that's what happened to us, man, when the so-called white man came over here and got the bulk of us. Now, we had people that have seen Edomites, you know, but the generations that was born under them, we didn't see those people because we wasn't, only the merchants, the people that was going outside of the west coast of Africa where we was driven to, that was doing deals and merchants, seen Edomites, or the people that was in so-called the Americas, North and South Americas, that was going out and crossing the oceans and going to other lands and doing merchant deals, seeing these Edomites, but the bulk of our people didn't see these devils. And so I just want to show you this video because it's funny to me. But it's an albino little girl, you know, she's not an Edomite, she's just albino. And the other little girl is just so terrified of her because of her skin color. And this how terrified we was of the so-called white man when he ran up on us. Which we're no longer terrified no more. We know who we are. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that video. It was funny to me. So, with that being said, Kwam Yashaela, wake up, Yashaela, Israel. Come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. We at the end. The only your protection, the protection from the disaster, the Jacob's trouble that's about to occur in 2019, next year. With this, we got what, 2 weeks left? The disaster that's about to occur that's about to happen, to come upon America and all the other nations in 2019. The only way you're going to be protected from this disaster, from these trials and tribulations that's coming, is by calling on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and rehearsing these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. Come back to this book. Come back to your nationality, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Never Markets. Shalom, Israel.